Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this amazing celebration. Yeah, it's time to cheer. You can only imagine how excited I am to be here in this moment with each and every one of you. And when I came in this morning, I always have this, every time I come in the PCA, I think about academic assembly last year, our convocation day, and how I had never been on this stage before, and I was looking out at a sea of people that were super nice looking, but I had no idea who you really were. And so it's really fun to come today to celebrate your great work and to know each and every one of you as such serious, real, meaningful contributors to the success of our students. We have reached a tremendous milestone and we're here to celebrate it. And we celebrate it big here in the Alamo Colleges District. So I am learning that and am excited about the cookies and the balloons and all of the very fun things that we have to help us recognize this monumental achievement. So we've been recognized, as you all know, by the Aspen Institute, which is an independent, nonpartisan organization, and they're dedicated to solving some of the world's most significant problems and driving positive change. And we align so closely with that mission, right? That is exactly what we're here to do as well. So last October, we were notified by the Aspen Institute that we were chosen out of over 1,000 community colleges in our country to be in the top 150 based on student outcomes. So many of you have heard me say this before, but this is such a meaningful recognition because it isn't about an application, it isn't about beautiful facilities, it isn't about any of those things. It's about the outcomes that our students experience when they come through your advising office, when they engage in your classrooms. It's the outcomes that they achieve because they have been here at Vista. After that, the announcement was made about that, we were then invited. So we had to submit a very comprehensive application to apply for this highest honor. As part of that, we answered very rigorous questions. It was one of the first things we ever did as a team. We all got in the room and went through the questions and talked about all of the ways that we could answer those questions. And I just want to give a special thank you to Judy and to Caroline. Caroline, will you stand? I don't know if Judy's here. I see Caroline now. We all just appreciate the work that you all did to assemble the application, and clearly it worked. It was great. In May, we were notified, just a few weeks ago, we were notified that we were selected as a semifinalist, so top 20 in the country. And you might remember an email coming out from me about that and from Dr. Flores about that. A huge accomplishment, not to be overlooked, right? 20 out of 1,000 community colleges. And yesterday, well, actually a little bit last week, but yesterday we got to say that we received news that we are in the top 10. So every day you all come to work to contribute to student success by helping students feel like they belong here and by ensuring that they are in programs of study that lead to family-sustaining wages that change the economic mobility and viability of their families forever. You've been doing that for a long time, Vista, right? This is the work that you've been doing for years. And it's really exciting to be here at the time when that work is being honored and recognized at such a significant level. Before we go any further into the program, I would like to thank so many of our special guests for being here today, including two members of our District Board of Trustees, Mr. Joe Alderate and Ms. Gloria Ray. Please stand and let us recognize you. Please note that they both get Vista points for wearing their Vista purple. We appreciate that, thank you. Also wearing Vista purple is our Chancellor, Dr. Mike Flores. We have several members of the Alamo Colleges District leadership here, so will you all please stand if you are from the district or from our sister colleges. Please stand and let us thank you for that. Vista purple there too. And of course, our Northwest Vista College leadership. Please stand and let us thank each and every one of you. I would also like to welcome Jasmine Rodriguez Ramos, Director of Outreach for the Office of Congressman Joaquin Castro. Welcome. We are always excited when Marty Winder comes to campus and when he brings Renee. So we're so glad to have Marty and Renee with us today. They'll stand and let us thank you. And in a moment, you'll hear from Mr. Clint Kingsbury, who is the chair of the Alamo Colleges District Board of Trustees. All right, so we've got a couple of presentations that I know are going to be really important for each of you to hear because they're all centered on deep appreciation for your work. And so I want, if you are here at Vista as a staff member, as a faculty member, as an administrator, I want you to just take a deep breath and a moment to hear all of it. It's all sincere, it's all reflective of work that you've been doing for years and years. It's all present in the ways that you work with our students each and every day. So as each of our speakers comes forward, I just invite you to really soak it up and know that this is reflective of your work and that we're all here to say thank you to you. So it is now my pleasure to welcome Mr. Clint Kingsbury, Chair of the Alamo Colleges District Board of Trustees, who will be followed by Dr. Mike Flores, Chancellor of the Alamo Colleges District. Will you please give Mr. Kingsbury a very Vista welcome?
All right, hello Northwest Vista. What a fantastic day it is today. At least it's not 100 degrees today, right? So, no, I'm really happy to see so much purple representation. Go ahead and give me a quick flash of your purple there. I really love the Wildcats here. So, you know, Northwest Vista is a fantastic institution, and this day is here to celebrate them and their fantastic achievement with Aspen. And it couldn't happen without you. Truthfully, we've got our faculty, staff, administration, and so many people here who are supportive of Northwest Vista. And of course, let's not forget Dr. Amy Bosley and her fantastic leadership in making this all come true. So let's give another round of applause. While they've been introduced, I would want to reintroduce the board members that are here. So Vice Chair, Mr. Oliver, please stand again. And Assistant Secretary, Ms. Gloria Ray. You know, it's been my pleasure to actually know a number of faculty here on this campus, and I know the dedication that they have for the students here, and it really makes a difference when they're able to go into those classrooms and talk about their experiences and really hit what education's all about. You know, students come here because they expect to learn something, and they don't just learn about math or sciences or whatever, but they actually gain the skills to move them forward in the future. They get those workforce skills, they get those social skills, and they get the sense of community and engagement that you just don't find at other community colleges sometimes. So, you know, I think that's what really makes Vista different, right? You come here and you become part of the community, part of the family, and I think that's just so great. It's what Alamo does so well, is making our students feel like they're part of the family. And so, in terms of Aspen, I think they see that. That's what makes them go, you know, this is a top 10 college in the United States. This could be maybe #1 in the United States, and that's what we're hoping for, that they see what we do here at Alamo. And so I just want to say thank you again to the faculty, staff, administration, to our partners in the business world in terms of making workforce another dominant feature here at Northwest Vista. And thank you all again for having me here and giving a chance to say some words. So have a great afternoon.
We are so fortunate to have such a wonderful District Board of Trustees to support us. So thank you to all three of you who are here today and to the others who support us all the time. We really appreciate your leadership. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you our Alamo Colleges District Chancellor, Dr. Mike Flores, whose vision for providing access to a high-quality education is rooted in his personal experiences as a child of migrant farm workers, pursuing education to create economic and social mobility for themselves and future generations. Under his leadership, the Alamo Colleges District and its 5 colleges have also earned the prestigious Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, which is the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Dr. Flores also spearheaded the creation and implementation of Alamo Promise, a no-cost college program for graduating high school students in all San Antonio area high schools. Will you all please give a very Vista welcome to Dr. Flores.
Buenos dias, good morning. All right, a little bit of both, right? It's like wearing a purple Guayabera. So I think it is just what's reflective of who we are as a culture and a community, and what is so special to each and every one of us. And I think as Chairman Kingsbury mentioned, in the presence of our Vice Chair, Mr. Alderete, Assistant Secretary, Ms. Ray, and just the Board of Trustees, what's so wonderful about San Antonio is just the ethos of partnership and the ethos of wanting to ensure that having critical conversations, it's working together to support the team, to support the presidents, to support and back up faculty and staff to ensure that our students are successful. And I think that's what makes Alamo Colleges, and in particular Northwest Vista, very successful. I think that is, as Amy mentioned, President Bosley, as Chairman Kingsbury mentioned, is you're going to hear about more and more what is reflective of your identity of a team, a collective of individuals working together to support 19,000 students. The most successful, and I think the best part of our year is graduation, right? It is the culmination of those conversations in the classrooms, of being able to engage with the student, talk about courses if you're advising them. It's being able to kind of prompt or ask or just support a student during a time of crisis. It's about challenging them to be their best selves and backing them up with the right resources. And I think that just the past year has been emblematic of what makes Northwest Vista unique. If we look at the work of the Peace Center in particular, of just the early pioneering efforts, right, of Jackie and saying this should be something that's a community-wide effort. And when they were looking for a home, to be able to bring that here to Northwest Vista. And ultimately to develop curriculum, to work with the city and with the mayor to create something called compassionate curriculum. And that is a team effort led by Northwest Vista and supported in that effort in working with Dr. Castillo. The other part, which I was just here about a month ago, 3 to 4 weeks ago, in one of your Friday morning celebrations, and I know that Diane Kersey's not here, but just looking at the reflective memorial created for Deb Morgan, right? So if I look at 3 things, and just from my experience of the work of the Peace Center, of the memorial and honoring living legacy to Deb Morgan, and then 1,000 students, right? Having over 1,000 graduates, but having many hundreds across the stage of the Alamo Dome. I think what is wonderful about being an educator, and what is particularly poignant about Northwest Vista. And one more thing that's actually most recent is being able to engage with one of your faculty members, Pilar Damerlin. So she's in study abroad right now in Salamanca in Spain, and I was fortunate to attend the Haku International Conference in Salamanca. And we had a dinner with those students on a Tuesday night. And they went round, we each went round and did our introductions. And so there are 2 testimonials. One was from a student who was going to earn this summer her Associate of Applied Science in Community Health, right? She's at the WETC. And she talked about, she's always wanted to travel abroad. She's 18 plus, right? We used to call them non-traditional students, but there are students. There's nothing non-traditional about them. And so she said, I've always wanted to come to Spain. And I did receive some support from the district and a scholarship. And I have 5 kids. And I raised them, and I didn't have the money to close that gap. And she said, so my kids have barbecue plate sales for me to be able to come and enjoy Spain. And so after all of the testimonials, Bilad spoke. We were talking over a glass of red wine. And Bilad said, this is why I teach. I was a chair, but I love teaching too. And I teach because of these stories. And because each student has a piece of our joint lived experience with them that they carry. And she said, and the individual who spoke, she was my internet student. She was online. She has been at WETC. She has not come to the main campus as many times as I would like. I sent an email to them just by chance and said, I've done study abroad for many years. And I said, hey, if you're all interested, please let me know. And she emailed me back and said, I've always wanted to go to Spain. I've always wanted to study abroad. And she said, and look what her family, her children do. They invested in her as we've invested in each other. And I think that's what's particularly special about what we do on a daily basis and what you all do. So I just want to congratulate you. This has been a journey. This has been student success and performance excellence is a team sport, right? All of us working together. And this has been a multi-year journey in and of itself, beginning with a focus on supporting students through academic advising, ensuring from day one, Northwest Vista has been focused on transfer, and I think that's one of the things that the Aspen Institute and the peer reviewers, the readers and site visitors will see. And so that is particularly important in looking at how many students are able to continue their journey onto university and earn a bachelor's degree. The other part that I think is so powerful is what can we learn from others, from our colleagues. So 2018 was the Baldrige Award, right? And that's kind of like this, it's an EGOT. Who knows what an EGOT is? I know you all do. We're in Performing Arts Center here. So right, an EGOT, an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, a Tony, it's in the performing arts. But this is like the EGOT along with an Olympic gold medal, an NBA championship, right, a World Cup, all of those together. And so I also want to honor not only everybody here for 2018 in the Baldrige Award. 2019, we went to Washington, D.C., where we're going to be in April 17th of 2025. And Palo Alto College received the Rising Star, #2, right? They go 10, 9, 8. You all will be here in this room on April 17th. And then I want to honor definitely the trailblazing path that San Antonio College has laid, and Dr. Frank Solis and your team. If you all can stand, 2021. Stella, you're being shy. Where's Stella? Okay. 2021, and the $1 million, right, prize is part of that. And then here we are. We took a little hiatus in 2023. And here we are again. And so I just want to congratulate each and every one of you for your collective success in honoring your legacy, whether that's transfer, whether that is the work that is being done through so many particular initiatives that are so critical, because that's what is so special about Northwest Vista. I know we're celebrating today in purple, but I know what is particularly poignant is that we celebrate student success and your collective efforts each and every day. Felicidades, congratulations, Northwest Vista. You all deserve it. Go Wildcats.
Dr. Flores, thank you so much for all you do to support us here. We appreciate it. We appreciate our district colleagues for all you do to support us. We know we're a part of a really big family, and that's a really good feeling, especially in a time of celebration. I also do just want to thank, because you all know her so well, but I want to just acknowledge Debbie Gaitan for your many contributions to this work. We always love it when you come home and we get to say, welcome back, glad you're here. I'm so excited to share with you our next speaker. It's Marty Winder, who we all love and adore here at Northwest Vista College. His vision for the college and for his support of higher education, it's legendary. Long before this building was here, San Antonio visionary, businessman, and real estate developer, Marty Winder and his wife Renee walked these grounds, the grounds here in Westover Hills, and envisioned a college and a community. Earlier this year, actually just a couple weeks ago, we were able to honor Marty with an honorary degree from Northwest Vista College. It was one of the highlights of my graduation day experience. It was really special to have you there. He has so many extraordinary achievements in the community, a champion for San Antonio, for the growth, the prosperity, and really importantly for the higher education partnerships that make our community so vibrant. Would you please give a welcome back home, Vista welcome to Marty Winder.
Well, congratulations. This is a very special day. Last couple of weeks ago, I got an honorary degree. I didn't make my college commencement. I decided to get married instead, and which it was a great choice. But I made this one. I made this one. And as I've lived in San Antonio for 55 years. I tell people I'm a Yankee by birth. I was born in Fort Worth and married a San Antonio girl, and that's why I'm here. And I watched San Antonio evolve to become the great city it is. And in 1983, I put together 5 ranches, 3,500 acres that 2 people lived on that was not in the city, and named it Westover Hills. There was nothing between Loop 410 and 1604. And 1604 was a 2-lane road that was called the Death Loop. And we came up with an idea to bring a major corridor out here, 151, starting at Highway 90 and ending at 1604, and then going beyond into Alamo Ranch. And eventually we'll hook up with 211 to build this. It puts Westover Hills and Northwest Vista College in the center of the major growth of this city and county, and now expanding beyond this county. And the Alamo College system, who I'm the most proud of, I've been supportive since I moved to San Antonio of Alamo colleges, with the leadership of Chancellor Flores and their board, who I've worked with, and the staff, the people, you out here who helped build this college, of choosing this location. This Northwest Vista is the catalyst of the major growth of San Antonio. 45% of the residential for the 10 years before now, and for the next 10 years, 45% of the growth of San Antonio and Bexar County is going to be between Highway 90 and Celebratory. And the vision, the foresight of the Alamo colleges choosing this site, which I thought was brilliant, choosing this site to build this college, which, Renee and I every Sunday we drive and look at real estate. And every Sunday, we come out to Westover Hills and to watch the growth and to see it. And when I drive this campus, I'm biased, but in my opinion, this is the most beautiful campus of any college in San Antonio, bar none. And, Whitney, the Alamo colleges and the board, who is so vital, the other presidents, Dr. Bosley and what she has done now and take it forward. The brilliance of offering a bachelor's degree in cloud computing. Now, when you go around here and take a look, across the street, they're building 3 data centers. Just Microsoft. Microsoft has 3 data centers on the other side of 151, and they're building another 3 There are 17 data centers. And you've got to give credit to the Alamo colleges, especially Northwest Vista, with the insight of teaching cloud computing in a bachelor's degree. And the business community, which I also represent, being a past chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, and I just came from a breakfast with Peter John Holt, not only the CEO of Holt Caterpillar, but also the San Antonio Spurs. And he said to us at a breakfast with 40 business people, his number one goal is to improve education in San Antonio and Bexar County. His number one. And that's what the business community, that's why we're so supportive, especially the leadership, to give them the ability and give them the resources to expand the way they have. The most important is the product. I'm a business person. The product are the students. The product is the future of San Antonio. I fell in love with San Antonio 55 years ago, right after I fell in love with my wife. And it wasn't the Alamo, the Riverwalk, it wasn't the Spurs. It was the people of San Antonio. The talent that the Alamo Colleges has to form the future of this city. And then now with the cloud computing and the internet and now artificial intelligence, this is where this country is going. And we are going to prepare, the Alamo College and Northwest Vista is going to prepare this future for you, the students of Northwest Vista. I am so proud to be here and watch you, and thank you for all you do.
It's hard to describe how wonderful it is to have a partner and a supporter like Marty and Renee. We appreciate you both so very much. The reason that we're all here is because of students and their dreams. So of course, I'm very excited to introduce you to one of our students who's going to share some remarks with us. So Northwest Vista College, now alumnus, Eric Morales, graduated this year, just a few weeks ago, with an Associate of Applied Science. While he was at Vista, he was an active member of the President's Student Advisory Council. That's really where I got to meet Eric and his lovely family. And he was part of numerous other student organizations. He also recently competed in the National Cyber League online challenges to practice and validate his skills for use in the workplace. And Eric would like to share a little bit about his journey here at Vista with us. So I invite you to welcome him to the stage.
Hello. Good morning, Wildcats. It's my first time being in the podium, so I'm gonna be a little nervous here. First of all, it's an honor to be here as a student and now an alumni. I fell in love with this campus since like day one. Before the military, I served as a scout medic for the U.S. Army, and after the military, it was very difficult for me to find a place of home. Northwest Vista and the faculty here really made this place feel at home. I came here thinking that I was just gonna go to work, get my education, and move on to the next step. I was trying to, master physics, I was trying to master calculus, but I didn't just walk away with just those degrees or those classes. I walked away with something much more. Thanks to the portal of Learning to Lead, and thanks to the President Advisory, and also being a part of the honor societies like NSLS, Phi Theta Kappa, and the Salute, they provided a platform for me to develop as a student. I learned time management skills. I learned how to be a good follower as well as a good leader. They really try to nurture the students. I didn't just walk away with a degree. I walked away with something much more than that. I made some great friendships here. I see a lot of familiar faces here, faculty and staff along. I used to be here early in the morning to like late at night. I used to make a joke that sometimes I would just bring a cot and just go to sleep somewhere in the corner in between my classes. I really enjoyed this campus. I enjoy the long walks. I purposely used to make my schedule like an hour, 2 hours apart so I can take a good long walk around campus before I went to my next step. This Northwest Vista, again, congratulations. You have afforded me the opportunities to accumulate over 100 hours of experience throughout the student life activity. I'm gonna be honest, I was mainly there for the volunteer hours and the free food and shirts. I have a nice accumulation of shirts, different colors, by the way. And I like to rock them, so I'm really proud of where I come from, so I like to support them everywhere I go. This place has allowed me to build my professional skills. I'm also a math tutor here at Northwest Vista, so if you have any students that need help with math, I'll find you a good tutor. I was a former president of the All Ranks Club, which is a veteran organization for dependent and students and anybody that wanted to be a part of our club. Also a part of the chess fellowship. I like losing to a lot of other students, and I only got to win against people that didn't really know how to play chess. The Learning to Lead certificate, the Learning to Lead portal has allowed me to, again, develop my leadership skills. I have completed level 1 and level 2 leadership opportunities, and that gave me a good mindset of how to succeed in my future endeavors. I am curious about the self-assembly process of nanoparticles, both organic and inorganic materials, and how to use them in practical applications. Northwest Vista has provided multiple opportunities to progress as a student. This summer, I got accepted into the LSAM SEMA program, internship program, and I really enjoy that program because it cultivates students to get like a better idea of what it entitles to be a research scientist. They're really nurturing the pathway for future scientists. So honestly, thank you, Ms. Rizzi, for allowing me to be a part of that program. I'm learning so much. I'm working at the UTSA with Dr. Bracaleon's lab. Very cool, amazing stuff. The next part from here is you guys have cultivated me into continuing on with my education, and it's not gonna stop here. I am an aspiring physicist. I keep telling myself that so that one day I can achieve that goal. I will be continuing in physics and biophysics program at St. Mary's University. And in the future, I hope to successfully graduate with a biophysics degree and be a competitive candidate with a PhD program in biophysics or material science. I plan to stay in academia environment to develop my research experience. I believe that higher education expands our minds and helps us discover new possibilities. I want to be a part of that process. And I am grateful to be a part of Vista, first as a student and now as a proud alumni. Thank you for the opportunity. Go Wildcats. But before I end, I want to say thank you, Dr. Bosley. Since we have been here, since you started the President's Advisory Club, I've seen some great changes. I came to school back in 2016, 2017, and the campus was beautiful then, and they had great leadership. COVID happened, everybody took a break, but when we came back and she took over, since I've been a part of this President Advisories Club, she has heard our voice of a diverse group of student leaders in her staff, and everything that we have spoken about has happened. I've never seen such a great staff. You guys are great, all of you put a lot of efforts into our team. I see you. I still have your book, by the way. I was struggling with physics, so I asked the physics department if they could let me borrow a physics book, and they did. Now they're hounding me for it. But honestly, you guys have really made this place into a home, and I'm just one student, but one student also speaks for a lot of other students. And thank you all for taking the love and care, for being there during our ups and downs, and for reminding us that academia is not a straight linear path. Sometimes we might take a left turn or a right turn, but you guys were always there to support us and to always allow us to expand our horizons by giving us that little push, by keeping water in the sea. So if it wasn't for you all, I don't believe I would be here in this state, in this place right now, and I don't think I would have ever graduated. You guys have invested a lot of time into our education. If I wouldn't show up to school, I'll have my teachers emailing, "Where are you, Eric?" You know, so thank you all for being who you are and for making this place great. Once again, congratulations. I'm glad to be here. Go Wildcats.
Thank you to the physicist, Eric, for choosing Vista. He is the very definition of a Vista Wildcat. And Eric, that you accepted the request to come speak with us today means everything to me. So thank you for doing that. You did a great job. This is not the last time you will be at a podium, I'm certain. So I would like to now invite our Board of Trustees, Chancellor Mike Flores, all of our speakers, and everyone who worked on the Aspen application to come up on the stage and celebrate with us. You can only imagine the numbers of photos and things that are getting ready to happen. So come on up, we're gonna start the photos, and then we have a countdown. So get all of the things ready, the pom-poms and the confetti and all of the things. If you'll get all that ready, we're gonna get up here and take some photos. Eric, come on up, please.
Ready? Let's do this.